O-Level Biology 5090, Paper 1, Variant 1, May, June 2025. And in this video, we will discuss from question number 21 to question number 40. For this purpose, we will move towards the question number 21. And question number 21 is, what is a method used to control the malarial vector? They have given us four options. The antibiotics. Antibiotics are used to kill the microorganisms, and same is the with the antibodies are used to kill the microorganisms inside the human body. So antibiotics and antibodies are not the correct option. So insecticides are the medicines or which are used to kill the insects, to control the insects. So malarial vector is a mosquito which transfer the plasmodium from one organism to the other. So insecticide is the correct option. Herbicides are used to kill the unwanted plants. So C is the correct option. Which disease can be treated by using antibiotics? Cholera is caused by the bacteria. So antibiotics are used to kill the bacteria. So cholera is correct option. HIV is caused by a virus. Antibiotics do not work on virus. Malaria, again, insect. And scurvy, which is caused by the lack of vitamin C. So A is the correct option. Moving towards the next question is question number 23. And question number 23 is, which structure is the ureter? So A and B. A and B can be the renal. A is the renal artery or vein. So B is the renal pelvis. So this is the funnel shaped area. You can see this one. And C is the ureter. And D is the urethra. So A and B are not, A, B and D are not the correct option. C is the correct option. Now we will move towards the question number 24. And question number 24 is, the process of filtration and reabsorption takes place in the kidneys. The daily amounts of some of the substances entering the kidney in the blood and of these substances leaving the kidneys in the urine are shown. So substance are water, glucose and urea amount entering the kidneys in the blood. This is 150 cubic decimeter, and glucose 150 gram and urea 50 gram, and amount leaving the kidneys in the urine is 1.5 cubic centimeter water. Glucose is 0, urea is 30 grams. So which percentage of each substance is reabsorbed by the kidneys during a day? So here we will go with this, that is we will minus 150 minus 1.5. It is equal to 148.5. So water is 148.5, and then 150 gram minus 0 gram, it is equal to 150 gram. So it remains the same. So 0% amount of glucose is in urine. So then urea is 50 gram minus 30 gram. It is equal to 20 gram. So we will go with these three answers and we will find out the correct option. So 148.5, 150 and 20. So B is the correct option. A, C and D are not the correct values. So B is the correct option. So we will move towards the next question, which is question number 25. And question number 25 is, what are the receptors for the pupil reflex located? So brain, you know, brain is the not where the pupil reflexes are located. So the second one is, that is iris again. Actually, brain is processing center and iris is effector. Processing center. And iris is effector because the iris muscles will contract or relax. Pupil is the simply the opening, a gap, a hole. And retina is the part of the eye where the receptor cells are present. Rods and cones, they are present. So D is the correct option. Question number 26 is there. And question number 26 is the internal body temperature of some animals, including humans, remains constant even when the external temperature changes because they are warm-blooded. They are warm-blooded. So the graph shows how the oxygen used by one of these animals is affected by change in the external temperature. So we know that as the external temperature changes, decreases, we can see oxygen is used up, it is decreasing. So according to the graph, so this is the temperature after which the oxygen use up is streamlined. So the animal stops respiring when the external temperature is greater than 28 degrees C. The graph shows oxygen is still being used above 28 degrees. You can say this one. So this is not the correct option. The animals, B is the animal's respiration rate increases as the external temperature decreases for 28 degrees centigrades. So you can see very less amount of oxygen is remained over there. Oxygen is using up, but very small amount of oxygen is remain behind. So as temperature drops, oxygen uses increases. So this is the correct option. The internal temperature of the animal decreases as the external temperature increases. This is not correct. The animal's internal temperature remains constant despite external changes because of the warm-blooded animals. So the animal's respiration rate increases as the external temperature increases. Again, this is wrong. The graph shows respiration rate decreases as temperature increases. So B is the correct option. Question number 27 is there. Which statements about synapses are correct? Synapses are junctions between neurons, and synapses ensure impulses travel in one direction. Yes, synapses are the small gaps between the neurons. So synapses ensure impulses travel in one direction. This is also correct. So neurotransmitters, chemicals diffuse across synaptic gaps. All these three statements are correct. So according to them, A is the correct option. So next question is, which process is not part of homeostatic mechanism in mammals? Change in flow of blood in vessels of the skin. Change in flow of blood in vessels of the skin, homeostatic mechanism in. So according to this, vasodilation and vasoconstrictions are active mechanisms to lose or retain heat. So I would like to say, so this reason, growth of longer hairs from the skin. Yes, because you can see that how the body regulates temperature. We have to move with this. So this question is correct. That B is the correct option. Increased rate of sweat production. So sweating is a primary active response to cool the body via evaporation. So this is not the correct option. And the um, contraction of hair erector muscles. So again, contraction, you can say it causes a trap of layer of hair to insulate the body when cold. So this is not the thing. So only the growth of long hairs from the skin is a, you can say, homeostatic mechanism mammals. So this is not that part of it. Only B is the correct option, according to which we can say that this is only the growth. This is not, you can say, the any part play in homeostatic control. So blood flow, change in the flow of blood in vessels of the skin. This is, you can say, also due to as a result, when there is change in the blood flow, the vasodilation and vasoconstriction are, the active mechanisms. So sweat production is also to control, and the hair erector muscles also contracting. So in this way to insulate the body. So only this is the part, growth of the longer hairs from the skin is not the homeostatic mechanism in mammals. Question number 29. A nurse tests a sample of urine from a patient using Benedict reagent. The sample tests positive. What is a possible explanation for this result? The patient liver is not deaminating protein efficiently. First of all, Benedict reagent. Benedict reagent to test the non-reducing sugar or glucose. So it don't have any concern with protein. So this option is not correct option. The patient's pancreas is not producing sufficient insulin. Insulin is used to control the glucose. When glucose level is increased in the body, insulin is secreted by the pancreas, due to which changes the glucose into glycogen. So if insulin is not there, it means the glucose will be in the blood. So, and in the urine. So B is the correct option. The patient has been eaten too much glucose. Glucose will not be in the urine of a healthy person, because if insulin is secreted properly, so it will be changed into glycogen. So C is not correct. The patient's concentration of plasma proteins is too high. Again, no concern of proteins. B is the correct option. Why do plants shoot grow towards light? Question number 30 is there. So according to question number, the first auxins auxins inhibit cell elongation on one side. Auxins are used to stimulate elongation in shoots. They will not inhibit. So this is not correct option. The more grow more rapidly on the lighter side. They actually grow more rapidly on the darker side. So more auxin stimulates on the darker side. This is the correct. Auxin stimulates cell division. So it will not stimulate cell division. It will actually, you can say, it will stimulate the elongation, not just cell division. So C is the correct option. Next question number 31 is, which statement about nuclear division is correct? So nuclear division, meiosis results in the production of cells for the growth and repair of organisms. Nuclear division, meiosis. Meiosis takes place not in the somatic cells, it takes place in the sex cells. So this option is not correct. Meiosis results in genetically different daughter cells. Yes. Because the variations will be there, during the prophase 1 of meiosis, they exchange their parts. So mitosis gives rise to cells where the chromosome number is halved. Meiosis is reductional division. Mitosis results in the production of 4 daughter cells. Meiosis produces 4 daughter cells. So B is the correct option. Now question. Stem cells are found in human embryos. Which statement about stem cells are correct? Stem cells are unspecialized cells. Yes. They have not yet undergo differentiation to become specific cells. So they are unspecialized cells. The stem cells can divide by mitosis. Yes, they divide by mitosis. Stem cells are haploid. No, they are not haploid. Stem cells are diploid. So this statement is wrong. So only statement number 1 and 2 are correct. So B is the correct option. Question number 33. And question number 33 is, in the placenta, which substance passes from the blood of the embryos to the blood of the mother down a concentration gradient? The first one is amino acid. The amino acids carbon dioxide, glucose, and oxygen. Amino acids, they do not move, or you can say, down a concentration gradient. So only carbon dioxide is there, which can move from the blood of the uh, embryo to the blood of the mother down a concentration gradient. So it is diffused. So it is a waste product which is diffused, which is, you can say, not good for the health of the embryo. So it is in higher concentration in the fetal bloods than in the maternal blood. So it diffuses across the placenta to the mother to be excreted out. So carbon dioxide is the, and whereas oxygen, glucose, and amino acids, they are required by the growing embryo. So they move from the mother to the embryo. So amino acid, glucose, and they will not move. Only carbon dioxide is there. So B is the correct option. Question number 34. And question number 34 is, what is the main function of the prostate gland? So the main function of the prostate gland is producing adrenaline. Adrenaline is secreted by the adrenal glands. B is testosterone. Testosterone is a hormone which is produced in the testes. So again, this is not it. Producing a liquid in which the sperms can swim. Yes. So C is the correct option. You know, this liquid mixes, which is produced by the prostate glands with the sperm cells to form semen. So it provides a medium for sperm motility and contains nutrients that nourish the sperm. Storing mature sperm cells, no. Again, this is not, the mature sperms are stored in the epididymis, not in the. So C is the correct option. The graph shows the changes in the level of four hormones during the menstrual cycle. Hormonal level, you can see that line A peaks just before ovulation. You can see the ovulation takes place on the 14th day of menstruation. That is the luteinizing hormone. So A is estrogen. Then C, this hormone is produced by the corpus luteum after ovulation has occurred. So therefore, its level remains low in the first half of the cycle and rises only during the second half. So according to this, I would like to go with the C. C is the progesterone. And D, follicle stimulating hormone, typically stays at relatively low, steady level with a small peak early in the cycle to stimulate follicles. So you can see that it is FSH. So according to this, C is the correct option. Question number 36. And question number 36 is, which row identifies the factors causing continuous and discontinuous variations? And you know that the continuous variation includes traits like height or skin color that show a range of values. So you can say they are polygenic. They are polygenic, and you can see the discontinuous variations, and environment is, they are also significantly affected by the environment, as for example nutrition also affect the heights, whereas the discontinuous variations, they includes both traits like blood group or the ability to roll your tongue. They have few genes only. So according to this, both environment and genes, both the environment genes, no discontinuous variations only genetically affect. Environment only, no. Both the environment and the genes only, no. The environment only, no. So they both the environment and the genes only. So D is the correct option. Next, which row shows what happens in the eye when focusing on a nearby object? So what happens? Nearby object, ciliary muscles and shape of lens. The ciliary muscles, they will contract. So they will contract. And shape of the lens, it will become rounder because nearby object is there. So become rounder, this one and this one. So according to this, A, B, and C are not the correct option. Only D is there, which go according to the effect when I focus on a nearby object. Next is question number 38. What is the principal source of energy in most biological systems? There will only be the one answer for this question, that is anything which is outside the ecosystem is the sunlight. So D is the correct option. Bacteria, photosynthesis, respiration. So they are not the source of energy. Bacteria, photosynthesis, food manufacturers, respiration, release energy, and bacteria, they are the microorganisms, they are the decomposers. So again, they are not the, only D is the source of energy. Next question, untreated sewage contains nitrates and phosphates. What will happen in the lake if untreated sewage is added? So, increase biodiversity. So it will not increase the biodiversity when untreated sewage is added. Increased eutrophication. Yes, increased eutrophication. So, nitrates and phosphates, when they enter into the water, they are untreated sewage. They have, so when they will enter into the water, the algae grow rapidly on the surface, blocking light penetration. So as a result, the algae die, bacteria decompose them and use up all the dissolved oxygen. So this is the process of eutrophication. Increased fish population, so it will not produce or increase the fish population, the fish and other organisms die due to the lack of oxygen. Increased light penetration, it will decrease light penetration. Only B is the correct option. Now, last question is DDT is an insecticide that is harmful to living organisms. It builds up in the cells of living organisms as it is not excreted. The diagram shows the path taken by DDT when it enters a lake. A lake dissolved in water, absorbed by aquatic plants, eaten by herbivorous fish, eaten by carnivorous fish, eaten by fish eating birds. So you can say it builds up in the cells of living organisms that it is not excreted. So which organism would the DDT harm the most? When it is dissolved in water, it is absorbed by aquatic plants and then eaten by herbivorous fish and carnivorous fish and eaten by fish eating birds. So it means it is not excreted. According to this, aquatic plants will absorb less amount. It will be stored when these aquatic plants will be eaten up by the herbivorous fish. All that DDT will be transferred into that herbivorous fish. And when herbivorous fish will be eaten by carnivorous fish, it will be transferred to them. And then lastly, the fish eating birds, they will eat up all of this. It means they will have the highest percentage of DDT inside. So DDT harm them most. So D is the correct option. A, B, C are not correct options. So it was all about the part 2. So please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching.